Hi, today we're going to talk about how to use the flip chart in your appointments. This can be your best friend. It totally will help you rock your parties. All you need to do is read it and flip the pages. So are you ready to get started? All right, well, before everybody gets to the flip chart part and sitting around the table, there's a couple things you're going to want to do. Well, number one, you're going to get there early, about 15 to 30 minutes early, depending on the size of the group. And you're going to get your trays set up. You're going to have all that information about their skin type so that you can put the products into the little circles in the tray ahead of time, and that will really make everything go so much faster if these are already filled up. Then you are going to greet your guests when they arrive. You're going to do a satin hands treatment in the kitchen and a satin lips treatment too. You do the softener first on their hands all over, then the white tea and citrus scrub second, and they wash it off and they do the hand cream third. This is a great thing to kind of fill some time while you're waiting for all the guests to arrive, and you can start to talk to them and get to know them a little bit better as you do the satin hands treatment. Then you're going to do your satin lips treatment, which is a scrub and then a lip balm, 2 products, and they go on first with a lip scrub, and then next you rinse it off with a wet paper towel, and then you do the satin lip balm. So that's something that you can do in the beginning of the party while everyone is getting there. The next thing you're going to start doing is matching people for foundation. And we usually use the CC cream because it's quick and easy. It's very easy to match people. If you aren't sure just from looking at them, what you can do is just do a little line of foundation on their side of their face and then blend it in and see which one you think looks better. You could do one lighter color here, a little darker color on here, and then you can let them decide what they think is best. And if the lighting isn't good, you might want to encourage them to take their mirror out of their tray and look up in the mirror and see which one they like better. Or go over to a mirror, and not a mirror, a bathroom or a window, and see if the lighting is a little better there so they can find the best color for them. And then you're going to have them write it down on the bottom of their profile card where it says foundation type and color right there, shade, and you'll write CC cream and then the shade. They can do that. You don't have to do it for them. And then basically you're ready to start with your flip chart. And the first page is basically just telling you to get the party set up on your table and do the satin hands and satin lips treatment. You're also going to encourage them to fill out that entire profile card. So then this is where you begin and you welcome everyone. I'm going to just go through this not word for word, but just tell you a little bit about what you would say and how you would say it. So hi everyone, my name's Bridget. Thank you so much for being here. First I want to say thank you so much to our hostess Susie. She's helping me with a big goal. I really appreciate her bringing some people together to be pampered today. So I'm so thankful for your support. And how do your hands feel, everybody? Great, that satin hands is amazing, isn't it? Well, we are also going to make your face feel amazing too. We're going to go through all the great products that are perfect for your skin type. And we have them in your tray already, but I'm going to talk you through what they are and why we're using them. So we're going to enjoy the pampering for our face very soon. But let's meet everybody first. So now you're going to go around and do the introductions, and everyone's going to say something that makes them awesome in this world. And if you want to, you can ask them to also give Susie, the hostess, a compliment. Maybe say something that they love about Susie. And that's just a little fun add-on that you can do to make that hostess feel super appreciated. So those are the introductions. And then you're going to introduce yourself. Okay, no, not yet. Now you're going to tell them the agenda. In the agenda, you are going to tell them about what we're going to do, right? It's good for them to know about how long it's going to take and what they have to look forward to. All right, so first I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. Then I'm going to tell you a little bit about Mary Kay, our company. Then I'm going to have you guys fall madly in love with our skincare. In Mary Kay, we do everything in 2 appointments. That means skincare is first today, and then at a fabulous second date appointment, you get to do a customized color appointment. And that's when I usually show them the compact, and I explain to them about how the colors pop in and out so that they can customize a personal look that's perfect for them. And we often call that our Build-A-Babe appointment, where they get to learn all these fun tips and tricks and learn about like different eyeshadows and where to put the colors, how to have wow brows and have a perfect shape and a perfect color that's matched, customized to them, how to pick out the best lipstick color, some contouring, some finishing spray at the end. It's just like a total glam appointment. And even if you don't wear a lot of makeup and you want to just do a simple daytime look, we can do that too. So you have that to look forward to at your second date. And then we're also going to give you today a chance to win some free products and play some games. And at the end, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our Mary Kay opportunity, this business, because I think it's the best and every woman should hear about it. And at the very end, finally, I will meet with each of you one-on-one right over there and usually point to like the living room or another place where you're going to sit. You're going to take them away from the rest of the group. And I'm gonna write down the favorite things that you tried today, and I'm gonna show you how you can get lots of free product and also book your second date. So, fun, fast, and easy. Let me tell you a little bit about me now. So this is where you would do your own personal page about yourself. If you want to make a collage of pictures, that's great because then they get to know you better. People love pictures. Or you can just use the page that's already provided in the flip chart and tell your eye story. So there's a separate video that gives some tips about an eye story, so I won't go through all of that, but you can use the words that are back here to just kind of give you some hints on how to tell about, you know, who you are, what you do, what you did before Mary Kay, and why you love Mary Kay now and what your goals are for the future. Women want to support people that have goals, so share your goals and share your passion, and you will actually sell more and have more loyal customers. Just make sure that your eye story is quick and simple. It's not supposed to be a 10-minute story. It should be like 1 or 2 minutes, maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and it should be positive, okay? Don't dwell on something that's negative, dwell on things that are positive and exciting. All right, so now let's talk a little bit about our Mary Kay company. Here's where you can start to play some fun games. All right, these are our tickets, and if you want to, you can make your party a little bit interactive by getting some tickets, and you can ask some questions throughout your party and give tickets away, just to make it kind of a little fun competition amongst the people that are there and to keep them engaged. And then at the end, you can do a giveaway. What I do is I have just a cute little bag filled with some small samples, deluxe mini products, travel size products, and discontinued products. And at the end, the person who wins the ticket drawing gets to look inside my bag and pick out a prize. So that's something else fun that you can do. So can anyone guess how old our company is? Do you know what year our company started? I like to actually say it that way. Anyone want to guess the year that our company started? And they all guessed the year, and it doesn't actually say it on the flip chart, but just so you know, it was 1963 that our company started. So you might want to just jot that down on the flip chart. It should say that. And you can give a ticket to the person who is closest to 1963. But we've been around for 55 years. And then you can tell them a little bit about the Mary Kay story and how she started. So Mary Kay was a real person, a woman before her time. After spending years in the male-dominated workplace, she wanted to create a company to help women have financial freedom while balancing their family life. She created it with the priorities of God first, family second, and career third. We are still a family-owned company, but we have grown to become a multi-billion-dollar company in almost 40 countries around the world. We are the #1 skincare and cosmetic brand in the United States today and a #5 skincare brand in the whole world. Our products are manufactured in the USA, and we do not do any animal testing. We're the first cosmetic company to sign with PETA, agreeing to test on people, not animals. The best part that I love to share is the Mary Kay Foundation. It supports the fight against cancers that affect women and also donates $20,000 to 150 women's shelters annually. Sometimes I just say millions of dollars are donated to women's shelters and also cancer research. We have a great corporate recycling program and have planted over 1 million trees. So when you shop with us, you make a big difference in a lot of ways. The other fun fact that I will share with women is that all of our ingredients pass the EU standard, which means that these are high quality ingredients. Since we sell our products all over the world, we have to make sure that they are at a top level, which is higher than the US standards, because they're actually at a lower standard. European Union standards require much safer testing and high quality products than America. So when you buy Mary Kay products, you are getting the top quality kind of product that you would be able to get in a very top quality venue like in Europe. So that's a good selling point to share too. All right, so then we're going to talk about our skincare lines. Now this is a fun part where you just kind of give them an overview of how the different skincare lines work for different types of skin. And we have our botanical line, which is like the starter set. It's for younger skin or sensitive skin. It's very simple and clean. We have the 3D Miracle set that we're going to try today, which is a great anti-aging system. We have the Clear Proof set, which is for acne fighting, and then we have the Volume set down, Voluform Repair set, which is for more advanced signs of aging. It gives like super power and super lift to the skin to fight and prevent wrinkles. So you can read more about what the description of is of each set and share that too. If you don't have a lot of people using the different skin type products there, you may not need to talk about them as much, but it's good for them to know that we have them. And you also could mention that we have a men's line too, because some people are interested in buying for their boyfriends, husbands, and sons. So now we're going to start with the pampering, and I'm just going to go through this part really quick because you can read everything that's in the flip chart. But just so you know the order, the first thing we're going to do is have everyone put their headband on, pull their hair back, and where my headband? Oh, here it is. So they're going to put their headband on, put it over so that they can pull their hair back. And then you're going to talk about this wonderful eye makeup remover. I like to start with that. It's not in the company's flip chart, but I find that this is our #1 selling product, so I want to talk about it. And you're always going to shake it up really well before you start. And then you're going to grab your oil, your little pads, okay? And you're going to put a little bit on each one and pass them around to each person. I recommend that they hold it on their eyelashes for about 3 seconds and then they wipe it away. And it's a fun game to see who has the messiest, blackest cotton around, and whoever has that, they can get a ticket. So it's a little competition to see who can get the most makeup off. And then they have to hold it up and see who has the dirtiest cotton around. It's kind of fun. So after they have done that and you've told them all about the product, then you're gonna say, all right, let's begin our skincare. And you can read about the skincare on the back, all right? You're gonna do an overview first, telling them what the product is, what makes this skincare set special, what are the active ingredients, and what are going to be the results from using it. If you have women doing different skincare sets, then you're probably going to mention some of the other ones too. And the company flip chart that you did get in your starter kit, there are those extra pages in the back that you're going to want to keep, and you can use that to explain the other skincare lines like the botanical set or the Voluform set. But this is the one you're probably going to do the most, and you're going to talk to them about the 3D set, how it delivers and defends and delays aging. So definitely use this information back here to give them an overview of the system before you begin. Then you're going to say, all right, we're going to start and we're going to use our first product, which is the 4-in-1 cleanser. Now, if you want to, you can have them guess what the 4 different benefits are that are in the 4-in-1 cleanser. That can be a fun way to get a ticket. You also want to tell them that it comes in 2 formulas, the normal to dry and oily combination. Sometimes they look in their tray and they notice someone has a white or a clear formula, and they want to know, why does hers look different than mine? So you can explain that too. You're definitely going to want to tell them about the resveratrol. That is a special ingredient, and when women hear special scientific ingredients, their ears pop up and they are interested. So make sure you talk to them about that. Then we're going to talk to them about the Skinvigorate brush. So what they have to do first is get their cloth wet. All right, you would get that wet in the kitchen, bring it back. They would get their face wet, and then they would put their cleanser on. They have to scoop it up out of their tray and put it all over their face and go in circles upward and outward. And when they have that on, you can start passing this around and let the women try the Skinvigorate brush. And you can buy extra brush heads so that each woman can have her own brush head. You're going to want to get this wet first so that it's damp and it's going to move around really well on their face. So that's the Skinvigorate brush. Okay, then you're going to have them rinse off the cleanser, and you're going to go into your day cream and your night cream. If you are doing a party for some reason that has extra supplements like the charcoal mask or the facial peel or the microdermabrasion, if you're doing like a spa experience, or if you have someone who won a drawing and you told them it was a charcoal mask facial, then you would do that at this point. But normally we don't do that. We just continue through the miracle set. It keeps it consistent and it avoids confusion of going to different products and then coming back. But let's go forward with this. So we have our day cream and our night cream, and you're going to share with them about what the benefits are. And I usually have the day cream go on all over the face and the neck, and then I usually do the night cream on the back of the hand, or they could use it on the neck. In the flip chart, I believe it says day cream on one side, night cream on the other. You could do that too if you wanted to. Experiment, try different things, see what you like best. But either way, you want them to be able to dip their finger into their tray, get the day cream on, get the night cream on, and feel what they both feel like. And you're telling them about the benefits of each. Then you're going to have them do the eye cream. Now for a ticket, you can have them guess which finger they should apply the eye cream with. And it's of course the weakest finger, which is the ring finger. And so they need to know that this skin under your eyes is very delicate. And you can tell them why it's delicate, why it's special. And a couple things are the skin is thinner, there's fewer oil glands, we retain moisture under the eyes, which creates puffiness. And the other moisturizers that we use for our whole face, they're really not designed for the skin under our eyes because they plump up the skin, and we don't want to plump under our eyes. So we want a product specifically created for the eye area, and that is what this is. It is the Age Minimize 3D Eye Cream. So they're going to put that under their eyes, and you're going to say something like, doesn't that feel amazing? Now imagine how great it will feel 4 weeks from now when your 3D delivers. And we do have other eye creams in our line, but this is the one that comes with the set, so that's the one you're going to use. So you're going to stop there and say, so that's it. That's what you would do every day. You just wash your face, and then you use your day cream in the morning, use your night cream at night, and then you use your eye cream morning and night. Simple. You can do it in about 1 to 2 minutes every day. Huge results when you do that consistently. But we're also going to talk about some supplements because we love to add a little extra into our skincare to give us a little boost. And you're going to talk about the microdermabrasion as the #1 favorite, okay, because that's part of our Ultimate Miracle set. But then you're also going to just point out that we do have other supplements and that they can try some of those at their second date if they are interested in going more into skincare. And so the microderm is 2 steps, and I usually sample this on the elbow. I don't put this on the face because those little crystals are a little bit hard to get off. So you're going to have everybody get one of their elbows wet with their cloth. You're going to give them a little squirt of this on the elbow, and then you're going to tell them just to rub it in for about 1 minute. And they're going to feel those tiny crystals just really taking off the dead skin. You're going to explain that it's almost like fine sandpaper that creates a polished effect to their skin. And then they're going to take that wet cloth, wipe it off, clean off the elbow. Then you're going to come around and do this as a little squirt on the elbow, rub that in, and tell them about the pore minimizer and what it does, what the benefits are. I usually describe it as a product that's soothing and calming for the skin. It has tea extracts, but it also tightens the pores like a drawstring bag. It just closes them up so they appear smaller, and it won't allow other dirt and toxins to get in when they're tighter. So that's how you explain the microdermabrasion set. And when you add the microdermabrasion and the eye makeup remover to this miracle set, we call that the Ultimate Miracle set. So then you're going to move into your foundation, and we're going to do our CC cream. You're going to tell them a little bit about the advantages of wearing foundation, how important it is, and you're going to start with your spackle, which is the primer, foundation primer. And you can give a ticket to anyone who knows why we would wear a foundation primer and what it does. You can have them guess, what it's for. Add that into their tray, or it's in the tray already. They glide it around their face. I usually tell them to warm it up a bit first and then put it all over. It feels like a gel, but then it turns into a powder. It's awesome. So they put that on first, and then you're going to have them dip their finger into the CC cream, pat it around with their fingers, and just work it in. Some people like to use the foundation brush to put that on. You can purchase brushes for everyone to use, or you can just use fingers. You can let them know that we do have a sponge, a blending sponge that works really well too. So they have their CC cream on, and they're starting to look absolutely flawless. You can also tell them that they can finish it off with a translucent powder, and this is a setting powder. It helps to seal everything in, hold it together all day long, and it gives you a very polished, soft, kind of almost like a filter over your face. It just kind of fills in some lines and just makes everything look really soft and beautiful. Totally flawless finish. And the way you would do this is you take some, put it into the lid. That's a little too much, and you swirl it around with your brush. Always tap it off, and then you give each person a brush. I usually just tell them to dust it over their forehead, under their eyes, under their chin, and down their nose. Okay, it's not really adding any color, so it's not necessarily like it has to be put on evenly, like every single place, like you would a normal mineral powder foundation or a liquid foundation. It's just to kind of finish and give you a little translucent powder setting at the end. If you don't have brushes for everyone, you can use large fluffy cotton balls. That works too. All right, so now they have their flawless finish, and the page that's next is just to review the products. You're gonna say, let's go through all of the products that we used today, and I'm gonna give a ticket to anybody who can tell me the order of what we did. And of course, they're gonna, someone's gonna give it a try, and maybe they're gonna forget something, but you're gonna give them a little coaxing, a little help by maybe holding up the product, giving them a little hint if they forget. But that's just to bring everybody back and make sure they remember the importance of the skincare and the CC cream, primer, and the powder. So that's how you review the products. And the last part of their pampering is to do their color look. I call this grocery store glamour because it's super quick and easy, dash out the door. And the products that you're gonna use for that are the eye cream shadow. I usually use Beach Blonde for people that are Caucasian skin, lighter skin, or you could use Ice Cocoa for someone with a darker skin tone. And you have spatulas, or you could just take a little wand, take some out, put it in their tray. You don't want to put it out ahead of time because this product will start to get dry and it won't be creamy when they put it on. So this is something you have to put in at the end. So they put that on their eyelids and then blend it up towards their eyebrow. It's a little sparkly, just a nice kind of a primer for the eyes. And at the Build-A-Babe at Second Date, we teach them how they use that as a primer, and it really makes the other colors really stay on very, very well. Then you will give them their mascara, and you should have a wand for everybody so that you can just grab it and stick the wand into your Ultimate Mascara. This is the one we use at the first appointment, and you give them the tip on how to use it, wiggle, wiggle back and forth, and then out to the tips. And then you're going to let them choose their lip gloss color. I usually keep it simple with just 2 colors. I like Shock Tart and Cafe au Lait. Those are good because one is more of a nude color, one is a fun bright color. And I like these little applicators. They're called doe foot applicators. And you just put those into the color that they want, swirl it around, and give them the applicator. If you don't have these, you can actually just take the applicator and get some of the product, put it into the tray, and then they use their finger to put it on. That works fine too. So we've got our lip gloss, mascara, and eye cream on. You're telling them again about that second date where they can try more color. And now we're going to take our finished selfie. They take their hairband out, they fluff up their hair. You can do a little compliment time because everyone wants to go around the table and give each other a compliment about what they like about each other's look. And then you're gonna say, well, the best compliment you can give to me is by helping me with this game called The Beauty of Friendship. And this is where we are going to get some referrals from our customers, and they are going to be having a race on the back of their profile card. They are going to write as many friends, names, and numbers as they can think of by using their phones, and they are going to have those people get a gift card and a free pampering session from you. How fun is that? And you're going to want to make sure that you tell them that this is how you build your business, this is how you meet people, and you so appreciate their help. Then what I do is I take my cell phone and I play a happy song. I like to do the song Classic. Some people will do like Girls Just Want to Have Fun or something like that, but pick a fun song that you have saved in your phone so you can just pull it up really quick and let them know that they're going to get tickets for writing down those names. And if they fill up the whole card, they're going to get 2 tickets, 2 extra tickets. The person who fills it up the fastest is going to get 5 tickets. And if they give you at least 5 names, then you're going to give them a ticket too. So everybody has a chance to win. You don't usually want to only give tickets to the winner, because if there's someone who's a little bit slower with writing down the names or only has a couple names, sometimes they'll just quit because they see that somebody else is writing millions of names down, and then when they see that they're not going to win, they won't bother doing it. So you're going to want to let that song play and give everyone a reason to help you and give you as many names as they can. This is the lifeline of your business, so you never want to skip this. You don't want to downplay it. You want to do this. Even if they seem reluctant, just put that music on, say ready, set, go, and make a big deal about it, and then leave the room and start cleaning up all of the trash. You're going to pick up the trays, pick up the wands, pick up the cloths. Everything is going out of there, taking it and throwing it in the trash can, and then you can even take away their mirrors and fold it up and put it away. I just like to try to get my table as clear as possible because then I can do my closing. So after they do that, you just tell everyone thank you, and you pass out the tickets to the people who won them for either being the winner or filling up the card or giving you at least 5 names, and you thank them and you give them the tickets. Now they're going to have another opportunity to get some more tickets, and this is where you do the My Favorite Things game. This is where you're going to share a little bit about the Mary Kay business, like you promised that you would in the beginning, because Mary Kay is an awesome company and you think every woman should know about it. So what we're going to do for this is I'm going to have you guys guess what each of these pictures represents, and they all are the favorite things that I love about my company, Mary Kay, and they all begin with the letter F. And if you can guess it, I'll give you a ticket. And so everyone just starts shouting out, you know, family, fun, friends, flexibility. Sometimes they'll say founder or foundation or fabulous or free. And pretty much whatever they say, I'm giving them tickets because we're having fun together. And then I'm going to go back after they've guessed all the words. I'm going to say, you guys did so great. Let me tell you a little bit more about why I love each of these things. And you can use the words on the back to share a little more details about it. Make sure you tell them with the money, the financial benefits are that they get a 50% discount when they're a consultant, and they can also earn money through team building. It's a great time to personalize this and tell them a little bit about you and what it's done for your family or your flexibility or the friends you've met or the money you've made. You can definitely personalize it and give specific examples of how it's affected your life. Then I tell them that this is the last chance for them to earn some tickets, and this is where they get to ask me any question about how the Mary Kay business works. But more specifically, I would like them to try to guess the top 3 questions that women ask the most about Mary Kay. Now you want to make sure they know this is not a time to ask about products. It's not a time to ask me what my favorite product is or how a certain product works. This is a business question. All right, so if they say something that's not business related, I try to say that's a great question, but let's think of one about the business. And hopefully they're going to ask you things about like, how do you make money, or how do you meet people, or how do you get started? And you're going to answer those questions based on your own experience and what you know. Please remember that probably less is more. You don't need to take this part of the party and turn it into a sharing appointment that lasts 30 minutes. It should really just be maybe about a 5-minute discussion with some quick questions and answers, because the simpler and easier you make it, the more likely they are to consider doing it. If we talk and talk and talk and make it sound really complicated and really hard and just difficult to understand, that's going to be a turnoff. So these should be quick, easy answers. You don't want to get into too many details about inventory or anything else about the active status discounts and 225 order. I try to leave all those things out unless they specifically ask me about some of those things, because I just want to keep it simple and light and easy. But when they ask about how much does it cost to get started, the next page in your flip chart is the starter kit. So you can say, well, that is one of the most important questions, and women ask that a lot. So here's a picture of it. And you're gonna go through all the products that are in the starter kit and tell them it's $100. You get all the special materials, the trays, the mirrors, and all the supplies you need, and lots of great products that you can use yourself and share with other people. And after you get that starter kit, you can kind of figure out what you want to do with it, and we help you every step of the way. So that's pretty much how I share that. So you're going to answer a couple questions, give out some tickets, and then you're going to tell them, here's one more way that you can earn a prize, because we're almost done, and we're going to find out how much our products cost today and do our individual consultation. But while I'm meeting with each person, I wanted to make sure that you knew there were ways that you could get an extra free gift from me today. And if you do each of these 4 things on this page, you're gonna get an extra prize. And again, it could be a prize from your little prize bag. It could be a different prize that you wrap up separately, like a little mini hand cream. It shouldn't be anything expensive, because ideally everyone should be earning one of these prizes. So you want it to be something very inexpensive. You know, that's why a mini hand cream works perfectly. But if you gave me referrals, check. If you send me a friend request on Facebook, check, and you can write your name here so they can find you on Facebook. At our individual consultation, you're going to book your second date with me. So once you do that, check. That's another part of it. And the last one is to fill out this feedback postcard. So you're going to want to have these printed up. They're on my website, and this is where we get feedback about their interest in Mary Kay, because we've told them about the business, but we want to know, is this something that you would ever consider for yourself? And we want to use this in order to help us book those sharing appointments. And they will also help you book the second date, because there's questions about that on there too. So fill this out as well, and that is the last thing that you need to be able to earn that free prize from me. Plus, I usually have a goodie bag for them at the individual consultation. So I tell them, in addition to your goodie bag, you'll get an extra gift to take home today. So make sure that you do all 4 of these things. You can start by filling some things out on the back of your card, where it asks you about your favorite products and your wish list and what kind of color look you want to do. But I'm going to take more notes on the back here when we meet individually over in the living room. So now is where you do your table close. And this is where you are going to tell them that you are going to pass out a menu to each person. Now we have different menus, and they are different for different skincare lines. This is the one for the 3D Miracle set, and there's also one for the Time Wise Repair set. There's one for the men's line, there's one for the Clear Proof, and there's one for the Botanical set. I don't have that one in this pile right now. But if they use the Botanical set, you want to give them the closing sheet for the Botanical set. If they use the Clear Proof, you want them to use the Clear Proof. And basically this menu just breaks down the products into different sizes. So I'll do a separate video that explains how to do the closing, but you're pretty much just going over the different sets and options that are here for them, showing them the products in front of them on the table. So don't clean this up. This stays until you leave. And you're also going to tell them that this is also another option, that they can get their products in the form of a starter kit. And when they do that, they're opening up a awesome 50% discount. They are becoming a wholesale buyer, which means they get everything at their own disposal on the website at 50% off, and they can then share their products with their family and friends, and maybe even decide to do a little more. I usually tell women that in Mary Kay we have 3 kinds of consultants. Some are just doing it as a smart shopper. They just want a little discount, and they want to save and have that access to the website and getting everything at half price. Then we have women that are going to do it as a side hustle. They want to make a little extra money. Maybe they want to pay for a vacation, or they want to pay down some student loans, something like that. They're going to do a couple parties maybe every month, or a couple on-the-go appointments. Maybe they've got some family and some friends or coworkers that they could pass some catalogs to, and they're going to just get some orders, and depending on what their goals are, maybe just a couple hours, maybe 2 to 5 hours a week, and they're going to come home with about $300 to $500 extra a month. So that side hustle is probably the most popular, because who doesn't need a little extra money and get their own products at half price? And then there's the girl boss level, and that's what I do. Or you can reference, that's my director. She drives a pink Cadillac. She has thousands of customers, and she does this full time, but she still works it around her family, and it's this awesome career that gives her so many benefits. So that's how you explain to them the options in doing a Mary Kay business. It doesn't have to be someone who's doing it to earn a pink Cadillac. It doesn't have to be someone who's working at it, 10 hours a week. It can be very personal for a discount or for a little side extra cash. Okay, so you tell them that that's one option, and then this is the other option, and you hand every single person is looking at this while you're talking. Make sure that you have these laminated. You can get a discount at Office Depot or Office Max. We get a 40% discount when we send our things to them to be printed. So make sure that each person has a nice color copy that's laminated. And then you just say, thank you everybody. We're gonna do our drawing for the winning ticket, and then I'll meet with each person individually over in the living room. Thank you so much. You were so fun to be with today. So the winner is, and you pick the ticket, you give her the bag so that she can pick out the prize. You don't want to do this until you're all done, because when they're picking out the prize, everyone starts getting very distracted with the prize. But remind them that they can also earn a prize when they do all of these 4 things, and make sure that they can go back and give you more referrals if they didn't finish. And then I usually say, well, who needs to go soon? Who's in a hurry to leave? Because I'll talk to you first. And you're gonna grab her and take her over to the living room. I usually tell them, make sure to bring all of your papers. You're gonna pass this out before you leave. Tell everyone to fill this out, have their card, and bring their menu, and bring all of this over to the living room with you so you can check everybody out. And there's another video about how to do that individual closing and consult with each person one-on-one. You don't want to do that sales in front of everybody else, because faces and finances are private. People don't want to talk about their individual, freckles and moles and acne in front of a whole group, and they don't want to talk about their budget in front of all their friends. So make sure that you divide those people and grab her over so you can have an individual private conversation. And that's when you give them the goodie bag. Do not share any catalogs, okay? Make sure that the catalogs only are something you pull out during the individual closing if you aren't sure of a price and you need to look something up, or if she has a question about something, you would open it. And I only give a catalog to women that have booked their second date. Now you're gonna have those gifts to give them. So you're gonna say, all right, well, let's go through. Did you send me a friend request? Did you give me some referrals? All right, do you have your feedback postcard? All right, well, great, and let's book your second date. And you can do that, and then give them their little gift and give them their goodie bag, and then figure out what they want to order and talk to them about any other questions that they have. And that's pretty much what you do as quickly as possible, because then you need to get to the next person and finish checking out every single woman there before they leave. So that's pretty much how you do the flip chart, everybody. I hope that helps you. And if you have questions, of course, practice and practice and practice will help you get better, and have me come help you. Talk to me. I want to help you feel more confident with doing this. It takes some practice, but use the flip chart as your guide, and you will get better and better every time you do it.